It's time for another Pupdate with Mumbles and Dancer. Guys, on today's Pupdate, we're talking about winter tips and how to keep your dog nice and warm in the winter months, keep them safe, secure, and healthy. So let's jump straight into that. So guys, I put Dancer down for this segment because I want to explain these tips regarding winter dog tips for you guys. So let's start off with this tip, starting with beware of thin ice. Guys, just like a person walking on a lake that has thin ice and they fall in and it's hard for them to get out, if a dog falls in a lake, it's not a good situation. They can get frostbite, they can freeze, hypothermia, all that stuff, and they can drown in cold water. So if you live in an area that has water that freezes, be careful of that. They can get cut. You want to be careful of thin ice. My second tip for you guys today is make sure to protect your dog's feet. Now, this can take multiple forms. If you live someplace where it gets really cold, they have ice on the sidewalks, they have to put ice salt down, then you got to be careful of that because that ice salt can dry out your dog's feet. You also need to be careful if you live in a place where it snows because ice and snow can get impacted into the pads of their feet. So when they go to come in from being outside, make sure to help them get all that off because it can be very painful for a dog if they get ice or snow in between their pads. Guys, you may need to consider getting them little booties if they're a dog that has to go out a lot, or if you just want to keep their pads nice and safe and dry and as they should be. Think about it this way. If you look at professional dogs that do sledding and things like that, you'll notice most of them wear booties. Why is this? Because their pads can get completely worn out and it's easier to put them in their booty and not have to worry about them getting cut or snow in their paws or dry paws or anything like that that's causing the dog to limp or anything or causing the dog any pain. So worst case scenario, think about getting your dog some shoes. I know, but it's a possibility. My third tip, guys, is limit your dog's time outside if at all possible. Guys, when it's winter, it's cold, it's snowing, maybe it's just cold outside like it is here. Even if it's just cold outside, especially with puppies and older dogs, you gotta be aware of how long they're outside. Puppies can freeze very fast. They can get hypothermia. They can get frostbite. They can get all that stuff. So you gotta be careful with leaving a puppy outside. You also have to be careful with leaving an older dog outside. They don't have the warmth that they want to have. Their body doesn't regulate as well. So you have to be careful, limit their time outside, maybe even get them a nice little coat or something so they can keep nice and warm when they go outside or whatever you need to do. But be aware of their time outside. Finally, guys, my final tip for you is remember the golden rule. No, it's not that golden rule. This is one that I just made up. If it's cold for you outside, probably cold for your dog. It's been proven that normally when we're cold outside, our dog will feel cold outside. Even if you live someplace warmer, where it's 80 or 90 every day, and then it drops to, say, 40 or 50 every day, that might be cold for your dog, whether or not they have a thick coat or not. So please remember, if it's too cold for you outside, that means it's probably also too cold for your dog outside. So take the necessary steps needed to keep your dog safe this winter. Guys, if you have to leave your dog outside, make sure to give them shelter, someplace where they can be warm, facing away from any wind or anything like that. Make sure to do what you have to do to keep your dog nice, warm, and healthy. So guys, these are our winter tips. I'm gonna go get Dancer, bring him back in for the final segment of this video. So now guys, it's time for my and Dancer's favorite segment each week, our Pop in Play segment where you get to see this cute little guy have all sorts of fun. So let's do that right now. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Mumbles and Dancer Pupdates. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Please have a wonderful winter. Have a wonderful holiday season. Just keep your pets and yourself all safe. Anyways, guys, this is going to be Mumbles and Dancer signing off. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Mr. Dancer. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.